Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a today's topic video. It is going to be for the 21st of October. As always, you guys can enter to win a free read with me just by writing the word compassion in the comment section, being a subscriber to the channel, and giving this video a thumbs up. Those three things get you entered to win. And I do choose one subscriber each week to get a free read with me. Try to decide what deck to go with. I think we'll go this route. By the way, I always do the free reading just publicly at the end of one of these videos. So if you are entering to win, make sure that you are watching so you know if it's your name that I call, okay? So here we go. We're starting the storyline out with Polar Bear. The Polar Bear is usually, it's someone of authority, it's somebody taking action. It can be a business person. It can be someone who is like, ooh, they're taking action and they're going places. The ship is always about movement. It's about travel. It's about forward growth. It's about someone's taking charge, to put it simply. This is an individual, though, that could be making a gigantic leap forward in their career. This could be someone who's got some great plan, great idea of what it is that they want to create, where they want to go, something along those lines. Okay, and then we have the mice. The mice, this is worry. This is the nibbler. This is the issue. So somebody knows what they are doing, but it's like once that ship docks, then they're worried about what happens after that. The action of, here I go, I'm doing this is all confident. But once this ship arrives at its destination, at its port, then the worry is there, like, what will happen? Will this idea that I have just cut all of a sudden just be like snipped in half? Or will this work? So let's see. Let's get one more after the mice. Tell me more. We got the anchor, and we've got, so this is where somebody really wants to be. That's why, because the anchor is not about sinking us. It's about that sense of stability. And it's almost like only then will this person know if this is going to be this grounded space. Only when they arrive will they be able to tell, is this where I was meant to be? Will this feel like home? Did I follow my compass right? And I feel like that is a big question. This person is saying, I'm doing this, but I won't know if I did right until I actually arrive at the destination and see what awaits me. Heck, I would argue that's true for any situation in life. When we make a brave decision to do anything, to talk to a stranger, and it's like, I don't know how this will go. I don't know if they'll accept my offer, or to walk in and say, you know what, I want to work here. We don't know for sure how it'll go. If we take on a job and it takes us to some other place in the world, we haven't lived there yet, so we don't know. Will living there really click? Will that really work? All of this is like, life is always still going to have the question mark of, will it be good once I get there? The bottom line is, I won't know unless I get there. So this person is doing it. They're doing the brave thing. Okay, I like this already. I'm always a fan of I'm a fan of the brave. That's what I'm a fan of. Just to see, like, I'm always cheering for our characters. I feel like we need an exciting deck for this. Let's go. Sorry about my delay there. Okay, let's go this route. This is a nice, exciting deck. So one at a time, let's start to take a look. Okay, so we have a Three of Cups. And this is to clarify the polar bear. Someone could be, you notice how all these ladies have little teacups for hats on and their fancy little fur coats. This could be someone who's about to move to wherever some of their really great friends are, or take a visit to go reunite with some people they really care about, or one particular person. Certainly that can be one particular person. This polar bear is taking action because they see something that would make them really happy. So again, the polar bear is motivated to do something because they're like, this warms my heart. This makes me feel good. And I will say that Three of Cups, keep in mind, it's kind of mirrored in that very next card that we had with the ship, because that was card number 3 for the ship. So let's take another look. Let's get a card to define that ship. Ooh, that one jumped away. The Star, which is very important, right? Because stars were used for navigation exclusively up until they came up with the prime meridian and started actually mapping the oceans. So if you ever get a chance to go see Flamsteed House, in London. That's an amazing piece of history. That's where they, basically created the prime meridian. The Royal Observatory, royal astronomers were tasked to do that. So kind of a very fabulous place to go. Anyway, sorry, I digress. But it fits together. It's important. And maybe somebody is interested in navigation. We also had the compass over here. We had the ship's anchor over here. We have a polar bear coming out of water. There's a lot of water and stars here. And water represents emotions. To me, stars are wishes, but it's also our inner compass that we're talking about. But more than anything, this person is navigating to their wish come true, because that's really what it is. This is the brightest star in the night sky is her for them. So somebody is navigating to the thing that they really want. Yes, right now, it looks like we're talking about a reunion, right? But if we kept this a little bit more broad, I would just say that a powerful, possibly business-oriented person who has lived in a world that was fairly cold and calculating, not in a mean way per se, but definitely a world. I mean, this world suited them. It did. This person excelled at the world that they were in, but a cold world. I don't think this person had that warm, fuzzy cuddles and intimacy. I don't think this person even had necessarily allies as much as they had colleagues. This person may not have had, I think everything was about being the top predator, being the top performer. If this was somebody who was very career oriented at one point, the thing that they denied themselves was that soft, there's no flowers, there's no tea parties, there's none of that in this polar bear's world. Well, that's what they're going after, is the softer side of life. So this person they are definitively sailing, and they're being governed by that brightest star in the night sky, right? So Sirius, the dog star, maybe somebody who has a dog. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the brightest star in the night sky. But this is, I think it's Sirius, isn't it? I have to double check. Sorry, that just popped out of my mouth and I'm not 100% sure. But what that represents, the brightest person in their mind, the brightest person in amongst every other human being they've ever met on this planet, is her. The guiding, and I would look at the dog star as, well, dogs are loyal, right? So this is like, this is meaningful to this person. They would like to pledge loyalty to her. They would like to, she already draws them from, I think, a great distance away. So this person is going after what they authentically want. But now we come to the worry, right? Now we come to the little micey. Tell me about the worry. The worry, card number 23. Two of Swords, because just because polar bear chooses that doesn't mean she's going to choose them. We have a lot of pride here on all quadrants. We have a lot of pride. So what will happen in a prideful situation? Will there be, I almost feel like, will someone be able to find the right words? Will there pride? Ace of Wands. But this Ace of Wands is the olive branch. They're worried. Will they be able to, I think, look, this polar bear in particular, very proud individual. But does she look any less proud? Not at all. Someone, though, has to offer the olive branch. And I'm going to argue that it's the individual who is sailing their ship toward her. And I do think that this person has a really, really hard time saying what they need to say. I almost think that this person chokes every time they try to say, here's my olive branch, can we get beyond this? I feel like this person really struggles. Let me ask why, when there's all this passion, this desire, Ace of Coins, because there's so much riding on this person really wants this new beginning. But I feel like this person also thinks the way I begin will set the tone for everything else. I think that they're more stressed and pressured because maybe she is very proud. And if they're the ones coming in, by the way, we do have Aquarius here. If they are the ones, that's our only major arcana so far. If they're the ones coming in who have to fix things with her and they're stressed out, I don't know, maybe the 23rd is the date, since that is card number 23. Sorry, I just noticed that. They actually may be stressed out and worried that if they don't get the words just right, if they don't find the right words to say, her pride might be the reason that she's keeping these swords up, and she may be unable to see the sincerity in what they say, maybe because they know that they have already maybe insulted her, maybe hurt her pride, and it's like they want this new beginning, so everything rides on this. Let me go one more time for that Two of Swords, because that is blocking, and that's where the central part of their worry is. We have a Two of Wands, Mastery of Wands, which is like the King of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Three of Coins. So, I mean, all we see is that this individual is so hungry for something to go in their favor, but there is every, piece of knowledge that they cannot predict what she will say or do. She is the wild card. Whether she says yes or no, this person is thinking, well, I'm just going to hunker down and I'm going to sit right here until you talk to me. I think this person is saying, I'm not going anywhere. I'll park outside your house every day until you hear me out if I have to. Or I'll sit here and I'll patiently wait until you decide to say yes to me, because I want to see this future together. I feel like this polar bear, look, a polar bear is very determined. They're going to get what they want. And this person, yes, they're stressed. Yes, they think she will probably tell them no. They fully expect that she is going to say, get gone, don't want to hear it, don't need to hear it, don't want to hear it. And yet, with them hunkering down on this stool in the middle of the street, it's like they already know I'm willing to kind of make a fool of myself. And I don't think that's foolish. It's just somebody who's saying, then I will wait until you can say yes, until you will hear me out. I will wait, because there's something here where they feel really called to this. You see the eye up in the sun. This is somebody who says, but this is the future. I know that this is the future I'm supposed to have with her. I see us together. I already know how good we will be together, how good we are together. The future that I see, she's in it. That's just how it is. It's almost like this person is as certain about this is the way it must go, but how do they convince her of that? Because they already fully expect that she's going to resist it 100%. But they also are convinced that that is the only way this is going to end up going, because it's like they have seen this vision in the future. That's a very like confident stance for them to have. Go them, right? Let's take a look over here. So I try to keep my stories a little bit lighthearted. Okay, so remember what I said at the beginning is they're not going to know how things are going to work out for sure until they just go. But they are, much like we saw with that King of Wands planting themselves on that stool in the middle of a busy street. This anchor says, I'm not going anywhere, darling. I'm here. I'm here to create a foundation. I'm that ship that doesn't want to sail anywhere else. I want to be here. We got a 9 of coins in the reverse, and we got the Hermit in the upright. I feel like this person is insisting, like, no matter what, I don't want to be single. And in my head and heart, I'm not. I've been alone, but even while I've been alone, I've been concentrating, focusing on this. Hold on, we got to get one more on that anchor. Because the Hermit, that's Virgo energy now. Got 2 more on it. 7 of coins and the 6 of cups. Hold on, because we've got a soulmate energy, and we've got this, I just keep feeling like this person is saying they're so certain. And we have the Teacher, and the Teacher is a Hierophant, which is marriage card. I don't know what it is about this person, but they are not going away. That's all we keep seeing is I didn't realize that the only nervousness they have, the worry, is that they know she's going to tell them no. And they also already know that they're going to hunker down. And I think that they're just hoping it won't take too long before she says yes, because they already know she's going to say no. But they are convinced that, I know I'm going to have to sit down and I'm going to have to prove to her that I really meant this and I'm really here for the right reason. Please do remember, I don't read for genders. So it doesn't matter what gender anybody is, pertaining to or has a preference for. Just, substitute that as a audience member if you prefer to hear a story in, one vein or another, right? These are always fictional stories anyway. But we've got someone who is like completely confident that because they're so sure that this is what their future looks like. And they're so certain that they're saying, but I have no desire to be single. I want a long-term commitment. I want to marry you. That's what I'm coming in to offer. I'm not offering dating. No, you mistake me. I'm not coming over to ask you how you are. I'm not coming over to say, will you give me another chance? I'm coming in to say that I'd like to marry you. Like, this person is big time, big serious. And now I realize I think the appropriate interpretation for this is that in this span of time, this person this polar bear has done some deep dive, deep thought. And they've done it from a place of solitude. So this is not a story where somebody was out being a runaround or, not sure about who they wanted, what they wanted. This is actually a very serious person in pretty much all aspects of life. But they had been, I want to say, pretty ice cold for a really long time. But in that span of time, this individual has also been someone they've been on some kind of isolated, thoughtful journey, and they've come to some kind of inner truth for themselves, which is, this is my soulmate. This is the person I am meant to flourish with. That's just how it is. And like, they're certain. Now, what's weird is, this is Year of the Tiger. And I kind of feel like no matter what, this is for this year, that this person is planting themselves kind of, I don't know if it's on her doorstep or what, but they are planting themselves in front of her. So let's take a look at this compass, because the compass is about the direction that our life will go. It's also the meaning of life. The 10 of Wands. This could represent the direction that they'd like to take this. When she says yes, I'm going to say when, because this person seems to be completely convinced, utterly and completely convinced that she is the one for me, and that's just how that is. And I have to wait until she will agree with that, because they have seen this future with her. I don't know what the backstory was on these two. I'm not sure why they're so convinced she would tell them no, but they also are so convinced that this is where they want to put their heart, their energy, their mind, their loyalty, all of it. But what direction do they want to take things, and what direction does this whole storyline take? It takes a direction of unburdening. It takes a direction of like recognizing the burdens that need to be dropped, and these could be, we have Justice in the reverse. We have Justice in the reverse for me is when it's Libra energy, but it's when something that has been incredibly wrong needs to be made right. Now, with the burdens here, this can be burdens that go all the way back to childhood. This can be the kind of stuff that has to really be worked out, worked through. And we got the Tower. So here's the thing. What this says is, if these two do intend to unite, I'm not going to say reunite, because I don't really know what the backstory was for these two, but if these two do intend to unite, there is a major thing that needs to be dealt with. This has to still be navigated. There's some kind of tremendous burdens that one or the other or both of them accrued maybe all the way back in childhood, and all those things I mean, I feel like these two are going to have a big old cry session where it's like, the ugly cry with the snot and the whole 9 yards. And they're going to be able to like really talk about and like basically unburden themselves so that this connection can actually move forward, because they have to restart it from the ground up. So pride, hurt, anything that has been scheduled into them, where it's like, okay, I know what happens, because this is always what happened when I was a kid. You start to trust somebody, then they pull away from you, they abandon you, and it always happens at this mark. And that's been like the programmed scheduling that somebody believed in for a really long time. I feel like this polar bear is saying, what I realize is the first thing is to get her to recognize that I'm not going anywhere, that I'm sincere. And then the next thing is, in order for me, and I do feel like this polar bear wants to be the person who directs this now. They want to be, I'm going to say, the leader of this, and say the direction that I want to take things is, I never want to have to redo any of the dysfunction that either of us exhibited or were exposed to in our own childhoods. I don't want any of that. I want to change our story so that we don't ever have to go through any of the hurts, the scars, the things that we've gone through in life. Can we really lay it all down? Like, any fear that you have that I would, whatever, let's say it was abandonment. Any fear that you have that I would abandon you, I will never abandon you. My fear that, whatever, you won't respect me. Can we get beyond those fears? Can we promise each other that those things we won't do to each other, so we can break patterns? That's what I feel like this is. This is a super amazing story, because I feel like, this is like the roadmap for how to have trust, to identify. I mean, if only it could be that easy, right? These characters may look really easy because there's definitive, decisive action. This is not one of those cloudy things where it's like, oh, well, I like them, but I don't know how they feel about me. And now trust has been broken and it can't be restored because everybody's still got too much ego in the way. This is like, we got no ego. We only have definitive action and we have truth. What I want is a healthy relationship where we break patterns of whatever dysfunction we were trained in, and those bad scheduling glitches that we don't need to bring those into our relationship. We can reset everything and we can do it different. That's the direction this person wants to go. And again, 42 being the meaning of life. If you're a Douglas Adams fan, you'll know what I mean. If you read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, any of those in the trilogy, you'll know what I'm referencing. But we have Messenger of Coins. This is a new beginning. This polar bear is insistent that they want very much to have a different outcome for their life than anything that they've endured so far, and they want that with their partner. I want to say, like, the polar bear to me, I think of that card as a divine masculine energy. It does not have to be, like, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, but the action taking aspect, and that we have seen all through this to me is like the most beautiful version of the divine masculine. Like someone who is saying, I am certain of how I feel. This is my intent. And this is the way I would like my relationship to go. These are the deal breakers, but more importantly, it's not even about deal breakers. It's about, these are the securities that I want to be able to count on, which is, I don't want my life, my relationship to mimic any of the past bad patterns. So it's like somebody is redefining who they will be, what their life will be. Again, very definitive, very action oriented, very powerful, very powerful. Again, could be a feminine just as clearly as a masculine, but right now it is the divine masculine vibe that is saying all of this in this story. Do we have any final message here? This has been a nice, refreshing one, is what I would say. Ace of Swords. Heck yeah. Cut away everything that does not serve us and only take action with truth, raw honesty. None of the, well, and you know what? This is it's hovering right above all this amethyst. And amethyst it's very, very healing crystal. So I have to say, this is like the thing that we want is to have a healing, soothing, fantastic relationship where there is trust and there is none of the, I'm going to say, like polluted energy flows that we all, pick up along the way through the bumps in the road that we experience in life, the hurts, the disappointments, the betrayals, all those things. This is it for both of them. The only direction I want to take is one of the relationships in my life that will heal me, people that are as focused on something positive, something truthful, something that I want to heal them, they want to heal me. We are not out to hurt each other. We are intending to do the exact opposite. We are intending to be truthful and take action where we can trust one another. So very, very nice for a change. I love the break from dysfunction and just a turn of like, I'm going to say positive desire. that's how I'll say that one. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. As always, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget, right now I'm also doing the giveaways. I do this every year on my channel. So on the bonus general message, I always do a giveaway of a prize at some point, usually around the holidays, but this year I decided to do it earlier. So I'm doing that every single day right now. So don't miss out on your chance to win. It's a different prize every day. So if you don't already know about that, now you know. And again, thank you guys so much for your support and your kindness on my channel. As always, I am a storyteller, not a psychic. So I hope that puts my artwork in a kind of a different framework to enjoy. All right, bye.